Hey viewers, welcome to a review of last week's Killteam battle report. That would have been Battle 10B. Here's a video just going through each turn, explaining what the thoughts were as the battle progressed. I'll have a quick look at the board. At this stage I've just thrown everything on the table. Nothing's started yet, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to have a little narrative video section where our group of heroes, our Kill Team A, is going to come walking through this dungeon section here. Some event's going to happen, and we've got this little contraption which is basically an Indiana Jones type rolling rock scenario, so something like that. So the idea here is our group of heroes comes out here, encounters this trap, blocks that corridor off, moves into here. Now all the terrain's a bit messed up at the moment because I'm using some of the walls for this section here, but then they will head back into the main area where there's a bunch of chairs sitting up the back. There's a cultist event, a ritual going on, and we've got all our bad guys, which is basically these guys sitting around the back, and they will talk about something. I don't know how that's going to roll just yet. And then our main guys are going to come through this corridor here. So I'm only using that side of the table. There's no linkage between that and this, that side and this side, but our main guys are going to basically come back through here, look in there. They're going to find each other pretty much similar to last week's or last Kill Team battle. Then they'll have a battle. Then the heroes will continue on down this corridor deeper into the castle. So that's what we've really got to start with. We've got the Kill Team army, Gellerpox infected. So we're going to be using those. We're going to see how those hold up. Alright, stay tuned for the next phase of setup. Okay, here we are at the end of the introduction phase. I have cleaned up our little boulder trap there, and just had the boulder come down here. The heroes reached a dead end and then worked their way back through the castle and then come out this side, moving along this corridor here, seeing inside here there's a ritual going on, and they saw the Chaos Lord there that was behind that chair, throne. He saw the intruders and then scurried off down that little corridor just over there. Meanwhile, the rest of the participants in the ritual are in the room, and we've got our Gellerpox infected. We're going to be using that. So all those, we've got a couple of extra Chaos ranged units in here, just cultists that I've thrown in there. So they're all scattered in their deployed positions across the board, and we have our heroes over this side. So the battle's about to commence. We'll see what happens in turn 1 coming up shortly. Okay, so here we are at the end of turn 1, and our group of heroes have forced their way into this ritual area, and in the last episode they had a little bit of a sit down and discussion on strategy. So what we had is we had our custodies lead the way and have the tower come up behind, hoping to act as some form of healer. Meanwhile, we've got some flanking units here. We've got Jethro, Ven and the Inquisitor basically taking this position around this side. On the other flank we've got our squat character with 2 axes ready to get into melee range, and up the rear here we've got the Farseer. So they've taken a position here. We had the Tau fire and try and wound one of the hull breakers coming through here. We also had some shooting going on here from the Inquisitor taking out a grub over this side. Over this side we had the Farseer take out a glitchling over there, and really that's all that they did, I think, in that turn. Not much they could do. One thing that was forgotten was the Gellerpox didn't actually have a shot this turn. Probably could have, but didn't. Anyway, on the other side, there were no casualties taken, but we had some firing from the cultist here against Jethro, the front there. We also had a couple of other cultists just there behind that table and over there, and having a shot at the custodies, taking some wounds at the front there. But there's support around the back. We'll see how that rolls out. Everything else didn't fire in that turn, just basically advancing across the board. So there we have it, a couple of casualties for the Gellerpox infected and a couple of wounds on our hero side. Alright, we've got turn 2 coming up shortly. Here we are at the end of turn 2, and the Chaos and our heroes' forces have joined the battle. We've seen a few key elements happen here. Firstly, we've had a crack shot by the cultist here, taking out the Inquisitor. Normally it's the other way around, but that was just not good for the Inquisitor. We had Jethro and Ven charge in and take out a bunch of grubs just sitting there. All the rest of the Chaos forces basically moved across the board. We had cultists take a position up near the altar up there. The Hull Breakers came in and joined the battle, I should say, with the Custodies. We had Patrick Mead was looking at going into the, can't remember the name, Stitchling, something like that. Anyway, he was going to charge those guys, but then reinforced the main battle, which is going to be here against these brutish type characters, and ended up taking out one. Our Custodies has taken a few hits, but we've got our healer in the background who's kept him afloat, so he's doing his job, a little bit more structured. We had some ranged fire from the Don and Farseer there, trying to take out Volgra. I'm not really sure of the name, so if I do them wrong, just let me know. But didn't take him out, but caused some damage there. So overall, we've got our first casualty for our heroes side, and we've still got tons to work through on the Chaos side. There's still some grubs and things at the background there, and we've got some Vox Shamblers coming through as well. So could go any way. Anyway, we're only turn 2, so we'll see what happens. Turn 3 coming up shortly. End of turn 3, lots of bloodshed. Well, where do we start? Over here, the Farseer, instead of sitting back and casting spells and things like that, charged these glitchlings, took 3 out. Normally, this one's the first to die in every battle, not today. So that's a good start. Okay, over here we've had our Tau take a position, being the healer, still throwing heals onto the tank over here, but the Chaos forces are seeing this happen, and we've had some firing from cultists here and here trying to take out the Tau. So Tau's on its last legs. Is it going to try and look after itself or do its job and keep the tank there? We'll wait and see. We also had the Jacero fire and take out one of the cultists up here. What else happened? We had the Vox Shamblers shamble their way through the pews there and trying to get into range of the ranged units here. Over here we had Melee Combat 1, which was reinforced by slugs. So we had Jethro die, but took out a whole swag of flies, and now we've only got slugs and Ven Smuggler standing there duking it out. In the middle here we had Volgra charge in and take out Patrick Mead, and we also had our Custodies take out the remaining Hulk. Can't remember what they are. Hulkers? Something. Hulkers. Anyway, they were taken out. So overall, pretty evenly balanced in the middle. I really couldn't say where it's going to go. We're only halfway through the battle, so we'll wait and see what's going to happen in turn 4, coming up shortly. Here we are at the end of turn 4, and it's not working out as planned for our heroes. They're dropping like flies, but so are the enemy. We'll have a look at what is happening across the board. So we had, firstly, our tower healer, we'll call him, was hiding behind that table there, and there were these Vox Shamblers lurking close by, and everyone's looking to take out the healer. So he came back out of melee range and hid behind this wall. He's been peppered with shots. This cultist over here is proven to be a real pain, taking everybody out, but chose to renew our Custodes, who's sitting there at full health, duking it out with Volgra there. So that is ongoing. We had our Vox Shamblers come around the side here and take out the Jacaro, looking very dangerous. This cultist was trying to take out the tower as well, but was zapped by the Eldar up there, Eldari. So that's good in a way. Then Smogler's over here, knifing these grubs one at a time. One's down, but look, I don't know which way that battle's going. And there's the cultist over here. So not many on the board left. The tower's looking in danger over here because those Vox Shamblers are going to look to go somewhere. But they may want to reinforce Volgra over here, who's facing a renewed Custodes. So action everywhere. We've got turn 5 coming up shortly. Here we are at the end of turn 5, and there's a few more casualties to talk about. We finally had the tower fall over as a result of the Vox Shamblers came and assaulted him. He was on his last legs anyway. Over here, Ven Smogler is holding up well. He's been assaulted by the cultist, and he's still duking it out with these slugs over here. He managed to take out one slug, and he's still standing. Good job. Over this side, we've got the Custodes took out Volgra. So finally went down. Custodes is on full health, ready to smash somebody else, and our Eldar up there couldn't really get a clear shot on anybody, so it's just staying there. So at this stage, fairly evenly balanced. We've got 3 units, 1, 2, 3 units for the heroes, and we've got the Vox Shamblers, cultist, and slugs for the Chaos Forces. One more turn to go. Let's see who wins. Well, there we have it. That's the end of turn 6, and it went right down to the wire, and our heroes came out victorious. We found the Vox Shamblers short of legs. They couldn't make the distance into this melee over here, so they're just out in the middle of nowhere. They got fired upon by the Eldari, but no casualties. The Custodes reinforced this combat over here, took out the last 2 remaining slugs, and controls that area. So they're down to 3 characters, our heroes, but that was enough to win the battle. Next I'll do the commentary section, where I just have these Vox Shamblers probably just run out of the room. Our heroes will probably go over here and have a look at this altar here, and I'm starting to plan for the next battle. So there we have it. That is battle 10B of season 6. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.